Brisket prices are insane right now. What used to be an affordable backyard cook has quietly turned into one of the most expensive cuts in all of barbecue. So I wanted to know, if you buy the cheapest brisket Walmart sells, are you wasting your time? Or is the savings actually worth the loss in quality? Behold, a Walmart Select brisket. Let's talk about it. I need to get this trimmed up and on the pit, but before I do that, I need to level with you guys. Truth be told, over the years, I've had access to some really high quality beef. However, that didn't always used to be the case. When I first started cooking barbecue, one of the most intimidating cuts in all of culinary that I could wrap my head around was this, the brisket. And I used to worry that I was gonna spend $80, $90, $100 on this massive cut of meat just to ruin it. Not everyone has the money to just go out and drop $100 or $200 on a piece of brisket. So the point of this video, I went to Walmart, I bought the cheapest brisket I could find. I wanna see, is the savings worth it? Is the savings worth it? Or am I just wasting money buying a cheap quality grade of beef for it to really not be worth the time, energy, and effort that goes into cooking a brisket? So I just wanna find out with you guys. I like it. Let's get it seasoned down. This right here is my favorite binder. Well, this is mustard, just mustard. I don't do a lot, I just do enough to make it tacky. 16 mesh ground black pepper on the bottom. A few light passes, and then some Morton's kosher salt. I don't even have it in a bottle. I'm just pouring it right out of the box. And I like this combination these days mostly because the bottom's it's sitting great side, so it's gonna be moved around. Some of that seasoning, it is gonna get knocked off. It's not gonna get as good of a bark as the top side. So I save my money and I roll with salt, pepper on the bottom, truly salt and pepper on the bottom. Top side, I like to get a little bit more fancy. It's our presentation side. It's where all the bark's happening. So we wanna be really, what's the word I'm looking for? We wanna be on point when it comes to this top side for sure. And I'm going a lot heavier with this pepper on this pass. For this brisket, I want a beautiful bark. I want the color. These days, I like my briskets to look extraterrestrial, like a meteor that just fell right out of outer space. In order to get that bark, like what you see in the restaurants, you need to go heavy on the pepper. If you want more mahogany on your brisket color, you actually go lighter on the pepper. Use a little less pepper. Mahogany would be like a Franklin brisket. That would be a good representation of mahogany. The type of brisket, the color that I'm looking for would be closer to like a Redbird barbecue, that kind of style. That would be this. And then brisket booster. A little bit of my booster, if you're not familiar. I made this rub, it took me about 2 years to blend, and I've been selling it for the past, I don't know, year and a half, year or so. And folks love this thing. They keep buying it, I love it. Took me a long time to blend it. You can think of it like a seasonal, but I upped the color on it. Meaning I made it a little bit more, I gave it that nice kind of red bite to it. And then I upped some of the specific seasonings inside of this rub to withstand the brisket cook. So I went heavy with the brisket booster, and I'm gonna do one more pass. I want this thing real heavy with the booster. Notice how we didn't use salt on top, so I'm getting all of my salt from the booster, so I'm just gonna make sure I hit it. Our brisket is fully seasoned. At this point in time, I'm gonna let this sit 10, 15 minutes. I'll let the seasonings kind of rehydrate, wake themselves up. If they're not looking how I want them to look, I'll just spray some water over the top of this, but 15, 20 minutes somewhere in there should be just enough for these seasonings to rehydrate on the top of the surface of the brisket. And then while we're letting our seasonings come alive, I'll be out at the smoker with you guys, getting a chimney of lump charcoal in the firebox and just kind of bringing my smoker up to temp. See you guys out at the smoker. I cheated. I took a weed burner and I heated up this smoker. When it comes to backyard smokers, at least how I've done it over the years, which keep in mind, I have not cooked a brisket on this in literally over 5 years. So I'm almost like a newbie. But on my backyards, I don't like to put anything cold. I like to get it all warm, get my fire set, cold bed set, everything ready to receive the brisket. Obviously, I'm filming a video. I'm like 2 hours behind. So, yeah, my point is that I just heated it up. This is just how I start my fires on a backyard smoker. You do it differently. I'd be curious to hear kind of what your process is. But for me, I just take my chimney, I take lump charcoal, I use the extra paper after I dump it as kindling. Where's my lighter? We go underneath, and simple as this. And that's gonna do all we need to get this chimney hot. Once the chimney's hot, I go in the firebox with the chimney, and then I got some, you probably wouldn't expect this, but early on in cooks, I don't use whole logs, whole splits yet. I actually use wood chunks, and I use wood chunks because I need that coal bed to really establish itself before I start introducing larger splits. However, early on, I need the smoke. I need the smoke flavor. So I have some wood chunks that Chief Firewood, he's out of Texas, he supplies all the firewood, or a lot of the firewood for a lot of the barbecue joints, to name a few, Franklin Barbecue, Terry Black's, and the likes. And what that's gonna allow me to do is it's going to allow me to control my smoke output. It's gonna allow me to get clean smoke, which is actually what I want on a backyard smoker early on, unlike a big boy. And then as those wood splits start to break down, they'll just kind of recess themselves into the coal bed. And then, you know, I'll be rocking and rolling, ready to put larger splits on. If you don't have access to quality wood, go to Academy. I did that for a decade. Easily, I did that for 8 years. Just went to big box store, overpaid for kiln drying wood, cried every time I put a split on the smoker, and it is what it is. Oh yeah, she's smoking. Look at that bad boy. Walmart Select coming at you. I'm just going point towards the firebox, setting this puppy right in the middle. Wow, that looks so good. So our brisket is on the smoker and it's rolling behind us. I can tell you this, it's doing something. It's doing something, I'm telling you. It's so nostalgic. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you make. There's something about just getting live fire and meat together to make something over a prolonged period of time that wakes something up in all of us. And so doing it on my backyard smoker, it's just, it feels really special. I want to note a couple things before I just let this ride. The plan here is simple. I expect maybe 10 hours, I'm hoping 10. So we'll see how long it takes. I don't cook by time, I cook by temperature, feel, all that stuff. So if it takes 12, 15 hours, it takes that long. However, I don't think it'll go 15 hours. But we'll see what happens. As far as the first phase, right now, all I'm worried about is my fire management and my smoke output. Second, I don't have a water pan in there right now. I will introduce a water pan. Water's good, we like water, we want the humidity that water gives. So on a backyard smoker, I will introduce the humidity. I'm just not gonna do it right now. I want everything to stabilize. I wanna see what's happening with my bark. Watch what happens inside of my cook chamber, see how my bark is developing, and if things are getting just a little too dry or if I'm running too hot, then I'll go ahead and insert my water pan. Lastly, I'm gonna pop the hood at about the 2-hour mark. I wanna check my brisket. I wanna make sure that I'm not burning anything. I just wanna make sure that it's pacing along how I need it to. So that's the plan. I'll see you guys back here in about 2 hours and we'll check it out. Our brisket's rocking and rolling. It's been on for about 6 hours. And I just wanted to check in because the sun's about to drop here really quickly. And when I lose daylight, gets difficult to film. So I wanted to check in with my barbecue fam and let you guys know a couple of things. One, I want to tell you this. If you have struggled making brisket specifically on cheap backyard smokers, can you just do one thing for me? Pat yourself on the back and give yourself an abundance of grace. I cut my teeth on this smoker right here for many, many years. And I think over that time, I just got used to the difficulty of running this just a cheap smoker. Now, I don't say that to discourage you because great barbecue can be made on any smoking apparatus. All I want to do is just cheer you on and let you know, like, if this is all you got, you're good to go. And so, yeah, the brisket cook's been difficult, but I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know we've been rolling for 6 hours now, thereabout. I would like to say that I've been shooting for 275 degrees for the whole cook. That's just not been the reality. It's been up, it's been down, and it's probably not even remotely averaged 275. Once you get the color and the bark that you're looking for, unless you're specifically cooking a no-wrap brisket, once you get everything you want, it doesn't really matter how you cook it. If I put it in butcher paper, it's really not gonna take in that much more smoke. So at that point, it's just a convective heat situation. However you want to get your heat. If you want to keep it on the smoker, like I said, put it in the oven or a Traeger, it's up to you at that point. So that's kind of where I'm at. We'll see what happens. Bark is setting, bark is set. It looks really good. it's still pretty firm. I mean, we're not getting where we need to. I got a lot longer to go. You can feel it's pretty taut. It's right about to hit, it's probably in the stall right now. And I'm just gonna jump my temperatures up to, I mean, we've been super high this whole time, honestly, but I'm going to monitor my temperatures, whether I finish this out in an oven or wrapped on the Traeger or just right here. I'm going to start running the 290s for sure to try to move this thing through the stall. I don't want it to hang out in the stall too long. And once it starts pushing through the stall, it's gonna start to pump out a ton of this moisture and get soft on us like we want. So I'll just show you. I've been hitting kind of these outer edges, not too much, but just spot checking this, just where I see it getting a little too dry, a little too hot. Right here, you probably can't see it on camera, but if I didn't say it earlier, then know that at one point in time during the cook, I jumped into the 400s. I ran a small errand, shouldn't have done that. And when I got back, I realized that my fire was just so hot. So right here, where I scalped the brisket, the temps jumped up. It shrunk up on us, and it just cooked too hot. So my point is, this right in here is starting to pull up on us. It's okay. I put a little bit of pepper on there. It was early enough in the cook, but I'm just trying to get that to set just a little bit. So anyways, I'm gonna close this down. Play from here is really simple. We just reviewed the plan, close it down, probably has another 6 to 7 hours somewhere in there at this pace. Jump the temps to about 275, 290 degrees. And really, I really need, at this point in the cook, I really need to focus in on my temp control. And I'll make a game time decision, like I said, whether I'm going to wrap this thing in butcher paper and stick it in the oven or on the Traeger and let it finish out in there, pretty controlled. I think I'll default to that if my temps just remain super crazy. But I don't know, maybe I'll just roll it old school, roll with the punches, and show up with whatever brisket we have. That's what we'll show up with. That's the plan. And I'll see you guys back whenever it is that I decide to do something else, whether it's butcher paper or foil boat or whatever I decide. I'll show you guys that decision point, and then we'll round the cookout. Nightfall is upon us and our brisket is done. I want to cover something with you guys real quick. This is important about pulling briskets. Knowing this cut of beef, I can either cook it till it's probe tender. Everything feels soft and pliable and kind of that, I don't want to say mushy because that's overcooked, but you know, that good jiggly brisket that you want. We could cook it there. However, when we go to eat it, it's tender, but it's bone dry. That's option one of potentials. Option two is I underpull it, 185 in this case. I pull it under. I know that it's not totally tender how I want, but I immediately put it in the foil, put my beef tallow in the foil, wrap it up, and stick it in a warmer set at 140 degrees, knowing that brisket's got momentum. What that's gonna do, potentially, hopefully, it's gonna allow us to retain maximum intermuscular moisture, hopefully, at the expense of a slightly less tender brisket. But I'm trying to figure out for us, for our learning purposes, is the cost savings worth it? Is the cost savings worth it? Or are we just better off saving our pennies and getting the full top of the line prime? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna get some shut eye. I'll see you guys in the morning, and I can't wait. Let's see if this was worth the time, love, care, and attention. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Oh, wow. I am at a literal loss for words. Look at this. Would you check that out? I can tell you right off the bat, feeling it, it's definitely a little firmer. I can tell you that. I'm just gonna open this right up so we can see it together. I can't even see that. You guys can see that. Let me look. Select Great Brisket. Coming right at you. Coming in freaking hot, guys. I mean, would you be mad about that? Wow. It's juicy. Middle shot's juicy. Let's cut into it. That is really pretty. Wow. That is extremely pretty. Check that out, guys. How does that look? That is, I mean, this is a point slice, so it's gonna have the most amount of fat and moisture on that point, but that is a bite that I would be happy with. Very nice. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. Let's do it. Oh man. Oh man. I need one more bite, one more bite. Oh man, wow. From the depths of my heart, that is a delicious bite of barbecue. Select choice Wagyu, I don't care objectively. Post oak, 12 hours, brisket booster, 16 mesh ground black pepper and a little bit of love. This is a winner, flavor-wise, texture-wise on that point. Wow, that is good. Okay, man, these slices are looking freaking great. I mean, just check this out, for real. I mean, guys, look at that. Seriously, that is a slice that I'm proud of that. To be select, that is a slice right there. I'm in your face with it. Oh my goodness. That's it. All right. I just want to keep showing you guys all these slices. Let's look at the lean because, man, I just knocked my hat. I can't fix my hat. There it is. Speaking of hat, bad day to be a brisket. Support your boy if you want. The lean slice here, guys. This is gonna be where a lower quality of beef gets a little scary, but we're going for the gusto, and we're just gonna look right at it. Yeah, I mean, it's what you would expect. Certainly a little firm, dry, but right off the bat, it's a lean slice. It is the lowest quality grade of beef that you can get, as we know, but let's just pull a couple slices. Let's see together if the lean is that bad. Because to be honest with you guys, I mean, I've had leans before on prime briskets that just weren't it. All right, so I just want to pull this apart just to see how tender it is. All right, let's take a bite. That's really good. I can't lie. One of the allures of brisket, one of the things that makes it so mystical is how you can kind of get that meat candy gelatinous feel. So if your brisket is lacking that, you know, you're not hitting every point. So I'm just bringing up the texture because it's important in a brisket cook. But I can tell you this, guys, I'm gonna talk so honestly. This is a brisket. Out of the last probably 150 briskets that I've cooked, this would be in the top 10. This would be the top 10 of them. Flavor-wise, even texture-wise. That is really good. If you have made less than 20 briskets for your family, consider yourself maybe new to intermediate. If you bought a select and cooked it and it came out somewhere in and around this, I promise you would blow your family away with this brisket. I'm telling the truth. So this is fat cap, meat right underneath, and it's meat jello. It is jello. So tender, so juicy. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is, okay. This before tax was 83 bucks in brisket. So let's just call it a $20 difference. The question is, to save about $20, is it worth it or is it a loss? I can tell you, if you are not in the business of making brisket for some of the most posh palates out there, you know, like the palates where if anything is messed up on the brisket, they're gonna, you know, they got something to say. If you're cooking for friends, for family, who enjoy barbecue, who don't totally understand what the best of the best is, dude, save the $20, sling them a select brisket, cook it this way. I promise you, they'll be happy, but more importantly, you will be proud and happy. Guys, up here, if you are a barbecue nerd like I am and you want to go deep into how to smoke a brisket, I have a free full course, How to Smoke a Brisket Masterclass. You can go watch it right now. It's fully timestamped. You can crawl all through that thing to pick kind of what you care most about. Go watch it, go learn in depth. And if you just want another easy to digest, fun, kind of barbecue cook along, check out this next video. It won't steer you wrong. As always, guys, Big Frizz Meet and Greet, over and out.